Здравствуйте, с вами снова Саша Иванова и Игра Престолов. Собственно, сегодня третья серия будет с нами, посвящена уже следующему персонажу, Алистеру. А 15... Извините, что я закончила не очень хорошо предыдущую серию, так получилось в последнее время в жизни много изменений, поэтому 15 лет назад мы покинули ключи старинные владения нашей семьи. Как старший сын лорда Рейнольда Сарвика, вассала влиятельной семьи Ланнистеров, однажды вы должны были унаследовать этим земли, но вы сбежали из Вестероса Змеиного гнезда, где кипела борьба за престол королевства. Начав новую жизнь, вы пересекли узкое море и поселились в вольных городах, вдалеке от интриг, паутины власти, сотканных великими семьями. Жрецы бога Ргалора оказали вам теплый прием. Вскоре вы стали одним из них, хотя эта вера и не пользуется почетом у вас на родине. Но от прошлого нельзя спрятаться. После длительного отсутствия вы возвращаетесь на родину, в ключи. Итак, мы возвращаемся на родину.
Finally, we come to River Spring. 15 years ago, it was one of the region's most flourishing towns. But things slowly worsened, and today River Spring knows only idle craftsmen and discontent among the peasants. And the death of Lord Reynold Sarwick will not improve matters. That said, his death didn't surprise many people. The poor man was but a shadow of his former self since the disappearance of his eldest son. They say that his daughter is the one who makes decisions since then, and you can see where that has led.
River Spring. It is much changed.
Have you been here before?
No.
I used to live in River Spring. I left 15 years ago.
Yes, that was a while ago. Back then, the town was still prosperous.
What happened?
I don't know the details, but I think it had something to do with the eldest Sarwick boy leaving.
I must go to the castle.
Oh? And, if I may ask, what would a red priest like you be doing here?
That is a private matter.
Ah, my apologies. In that case, enjoy your stay in River Spring, my lord. If you should need my services again, please don't hesitate to find me.
Understood.
My lord, would you at least give me your name?
Sir Alistair Sarwick.
Father above, after so long? We thought you had disappeared. My sympathies for your father. I did not recognize you.
My god R'hllor now watches over him. Thank you for the crossing, ferryman.
Итак, мы Алистер, сын влиятельного лорда. Видимо, мы были за правящую на тот период, то есть... в общем, мы отступники. Теперь красные жрецы, посвятившие религии, преданно ваш наставник сказал, возвращаюсь на похороны отца. Прошлое настигло вас. В общем, нужно домой идти. Водяной плесун. Мечи, затупленные стрелы, короткие клинки, легкие доспехи. Наемник. Подвижный опытный воин, быстро приспосабливается, сражается наручным оружием, сам отлично держит удар. Лучник. В общем-то, разведчик налегке. Нет, не мое. Давайте плесуна возьмем. Легкие доспехи, затупленные стрелы, мечи. Выносливость. Силы чуть-чуть, ловкость больше вкинем. И в разум. Далее. Так, свирепый, как росомаха, легкий, как перышко. Нет. Воздаяние. Все, далее. Мечи. Ой, что-то я в мечи сильно много скинула. Затупленные стрелы. Чуть-чуть. Короткие клинки мое и легкие доспехи мои. Вообще другой класс, как видите, не буду. Да, хочу подтвердить. Итак, нам нужно идти домой. Господи, я бегаю как псих. Куда ты идешь? Тебя можно... Мужик, блин, нет. Я не хочу бежать, как ты бегаешь. Я хочу бежать нормально. Прекрати. Фу таким быть. Все. Стой. Ты мужик, блин. Прекрати. Хорош бежать под балды. Я им не могу управлять, люди. Прекрати бегать. Все. Хорошо. Все, слава богу, я его отпустила. Я видела тебе деньгу. Торговец, ты странный. Ну давай, что у тебя есть? Так. У меня есть щербатый бракенбар. Ладно, не суть. Так, пока что так походим. Блин, опять ты тебя завело. Мужик, прекрати бегать боком. Все, давай. Я не буду тебя больше разворачивать. Блин, да ты забодал, бегай. Я хочу поговорить с Тиреком. Тирек, говори со мной. Стопэ. Вот, поговори с Тиреком. Так, ты не хочешь говорить с Тиреком. Ладно, я тебя поняла. Здравствуй, Тирек.
If things are so bad, what do you propose to do?
It's been too hard for too long. It's time to revolt. We must take matters into our own hands. We'll take up arms.
Так. В городе подстрекать?
You should be careful. If you keep attracting attention this way, the guards will lock you up in the dungeons, or worse.
Perhaps in the time of Lord Reynard, the Curt. But do you see many guards pacing the streets now? The army of River Spring is but a shadow of what it was.
Ага, я поняла.
You obviously know nothing of the misery we suffer here.
That may be, but I do know that violence is answered with more violence. This path never ends well.
We're already suffering. What is it to us if we die of hunger or by a sword?
What has happened here? These lands were once thriving.
It's the Lords. It's been too long since they cared about what happens in their own lands. Neighboring lords have taken the chance to grab some of our land, and nothing is done to stop it.
Короче,
Now
наша
that
сестра.
Lord Sarwick is dead, it will only get worse. We must do something.
But there are still Sarwicks in River Spring.
Don't make me laugh. The eldest fled years ago. As for the others, they're no better than he. Anyway, this concerns only the people of River Spring, stranger.
Короче,
So be it. I pray that your choices will not lead you to reckless acts. May R'hllor light your path through the shadows.
Where's Preston? How long has it been since you sold a single
так,
ounce of
что-то
butter?
вообще мне ничего не понравилось. Мужик, ты меня забодал ходить боком.
I won't tell you what I did with her.
Так,
I've heard enough.
зашибись. Упустил.
The death of Lord Sarwick changes nothing. Who will have all my chickens are dead from the cold?
Все твои, да.
Shelter for nobody with my feet up in that castle.
Не сомневаюсь. Его отпускает, если я жму на пробел, поэтому. Ничего.
Don't hang around here, priest.
Ты
We
будешь...
don't take well to new faces round here.
А почему я такой понтовый жрец, и я не умею ничего делать? Даже из классов только максимум один плюс.
Forgive my boldness, noble stranger, but I cannot let you walk into certain death like that.
Так.
What do you mean? Well, I'm not sure of the customs in the free cities nowadays, but I wouldn't dream of entering Wester's arm like that. And yet, as the smith labours day and night for us, it so happens that I sell the finest weapons. Blunt, cutting, perforating. You know what they say, my lord. Don't buy your blade until you know what you plan to stick it into.
Ну, давай орешь.
Tell me more about cutting weapons. The most popular. I know of no weapon passed down through families that is not a sword. Cutting weapons are especially designed to fight against light armor such as leather. Do you need more information?
Колющим.
Tell me more about perforating weapons. An enemy full of holes is piercing weapons are especially designed to fight. Do you need more information?
Дробящим.
Tell me more about blunt weapons. Ah, the pure blunt weapons are especially designed to fight against heavier. Do you need more information?
Нет.
I have things to do. Don't hesitate to come back and see me in the Merchant Square. And don't forget, you'll be wanting armor after all. No.
Ну да, я слабовак. Любое оружие обычное, колющее среднее, ну, собственно, все понятно. Все понятно. Давай. Опять тебя повело. Давай зелье. Я хочу зелий. Дайте зелий. Так. Чё, у меня денег опять нету? Япона мать. Мясо. Стопэ. Ты чё продаешь, мужик? Блин, я кроме зелий ничего и не могу найти. Может, кузнец? Мужик? О, зашибись. Булаву себе. Так, нож, мизик. Блин, ну как я могу что-либо купить, если я еще ничего не пробовала? Ну, как бы... Не говоря уже о том, что я просто не знаю, есть у меня деньги или нет. Я даже не могу понять это. Блин. Куда я опять залезла?
I told him to stop eating all those forest roots. Hey, old man, you wouldn't be one of those priests of R'hllor, would you? Here we worship the seven. Clear off.
По-моему, ты хочешь в зубы, да, получить. Плюс еще от водяного плесуна, насколько я помню.
Why wouldn't you marry? Now that the old lord is in his tomb, we'll have a new lord, his son, Gawain. So? So I'd not be surprised if he wants to use his lord's right at the first night. I've seen how he stares at her ass when he comes down into it.
Так, а что мне вообще с заданиями? Ладно, я поняла. Я иду домой. Мужики, пустите.
Halt, priest. This town is in mourning. Access to the castle is closed during the ceremony.
I'm actually here to attend Lord Sarwick's burial.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I'm under strict orders to only allow entry to close kin. With the villagers' current grumblings, we don't want to risk problems.
I am Lord Reynald Sarwick's eldest son, and I am here to attend my father's funeral.
His eldest son? Do you take me for a fool? I have been at my post for more than 5 years, and I have never once seen your face.
It has been more than 5 years since I left River Spring. Please call on Mr. Harwin. He knows of my arrival.
Well, we'll see about that, but I doubt he'll come here for you. The ceremony's about to start. John, go find Maester Harwin.
What is going on here? Why has John gone for the Maester?
Ryman, it's me, Alistair.
Sarah the hells! Alistair? Graydon, I told you only family. That excludes peasants, dogs, and cravens who abandon their families.
Enough, Ryman. However long I was absent, this house is still mine.
How dare you? You disappeared without so much as a goodbye years ago, and now you return as if nothing happened.
The reasons for my exile are mine alone. I owe you no explanation.
I care about your reasons. It's your fault that Lord Sarwick is
Что-то
dead.
15 лет.
You've lost your head, cousin.
Your departure destroyed him. He was never the same again.
Your judgment is clouded, Ryman. I can smell the ale on your breath from here.
What? Stand back. I'll make you eat your words, priest.
О, господи, драться. Что это? А давайте. Ни хрена себе крут. Ну давай.
Enough. Do you not think we have enough dead here?
Mr. Harwin.
Alistair, finally, I prayed for your return.
This traitor no longer has his place here, Maester Harwin. He abandoned his castle and his family.
7 gods. Get a hold of yourself, Ryman. I wrote to him to invite him to Lord Sarwick's funeral.
I prefer to leave than to hear more of this.
Alistair, what a relief it is to finally see you. I had help from my contacts in Bravos to inform you of your father's death. The funeral will be in the Godswood. The ceremony has already begun.
Why is it not held at the Sept?
It would be if it were not in ruins. River Spring is suffering on all fronts, I fear. Let us go now. Come with me, Alistair. Let us speak as we walk.
Ну,
What
пойдем.
happened here, Maester? How could my father allow things to get to this point?
You know, after you left, Lord Reynolds changed. He began to live more and more in the past and stopped taking care of his duties. Your sister quickly found herself managing more than she should have.
Eliana helped my father govern?
Well, these last few months, she's practically run the house herself.
Теперь
In spite of
поворачивай.
her efforts, she was unable to slow the inevitable ruin of her lands without a lord. But all is not so dark. Many of your father's vassals remain faithful to their oath. They have all come to the burial in order to honor his memory. We will speak of all this again after the ceremony. Let us make haste, I beg of you.
Так, прекрати бегать. Пойдем. Сердце мое полно нежности к коллегам, бастардам и сломанным вещам. Тирион Ланнистер. Ну да, было, кстати, что-то такое его. То есть я уже это слышала. Ладно, ребят, давайте пока закончим. Всего вам самого наилучшего и пока-пока.